My name is Chelsey Brooke Cole, and I'm a professional counselor and Pathfinder coach. I was at a different point in my business. I was actually ready to pivot again into a more specific niche. So the fact that I was starting the Mastermind at that point couldn't have been more helpful. The amount of value that I received was tenfold the investment that it took. Having Matthew's immediate feedback, especially in the Mastermind, makes all of the difference. I know there were many times where, just working with clients or a specific sales call, or maybe, you have a especially difficult client or a situation you haven't encountered before, having him specifically work with you through that and be able to redirect you in the moment. You don't have to wait for feedback or, try to put something together and make the best of it. Like, he really is an expert at knowing exactly how to say things in the best way. And not only from a marketing business point of view, but being able to see where you're getting stuck in your mindset and any negative self-talk or limiting beliefs that you have. That was another really important part of the Mastermind that I really got a lot of value from. There's also a lot of opportunity for Matthew to even role play with you and help you through working with, imagine if you have a difficult client and the different ways that you would be able to work with that, seeing the way that he pivots and the way that he keeps exactly on point and allows you to know how to manage really any situation that might come up with a client. As someone who takes a lot of value from having experience first and being able to practice and prepare and plan, which I know a lot of introverts do, being able to do that with him so that when I was in a real world situation where I had a difficult client or someone didn't respond in the way that I expected, I didn't freak out like I would have before. I felt a lot more confident in knowing what to do, knowing how to pivot and how to redirect that conversation. So it helped me stay a lot calmer in those situations and ultimately make a lot more sales because of that. Another really important aspect is, of course, getting your name out there and getting on podcasts and things. So Matthew actually spent a lot of time just even telling you how to strategically do that. Encourages you to think about even going into the podcast with a sales strategy or at least a network strategy of thinking about, okay, how can you add value to this person? How can you, almost make this like a momentum partner and someone who ultimately, maybe introduce you to other people, someone that you can provide referrals to as well. So having him work through all of that process, all of that made a huge difference and gave a lot of value to the Mastermind. I don't know where I would be had I not invested in the Mastermind, because being able to have Matthew there and speak with him on a monthly basis, that not only grew my business, but it grew my confidence a lot as well, because you're able to get that one-on-one feedback from him and have him really see what's going on in your business. And immediately when you're getting stuck somewhere, he can redirect you. And I just can't speak enough to how valuable that is. Just to have that momentum and motivation was hugely important. And to be able to have that for a year, again, I don't know where I would be in my business if I didn't have that one-on-one feedback from him. Having the monthly goals during the Mastermind was super helpful because you're able to break up even longer term goals into smaller monthly objectives. And being able to have that allows you to accomplish a lot really in a short amount of time, because we can get lost in thinking long-term goals and we can struggle at times to break them down into things that feel manageable. Then having him, be able to direct you in that way really helps you stay focused on your longer-term goals as well and accomplish a lot more than you thought you could in a short amount of time. I easily quadrupled my coaching income, which meant that I can really focus on helping people and not have to worry about any of the other aspects that were really just draining my energy in the first place. My life is just in a completely different point. I'm actually able to set goals, to achieve them, to have consistent sales calls, to attract clients, and to really feel like I'm finally making a difference in the way that I want to. And I think that that's the biggest ROI any of us can get is, yes, we all want to make more money, we want to be successful, but I think especially for introverts, what we really want to know is that we're helpful and that we're adding value to the specific people or situation or issue that we care about. I listened to so many things. I had followed so many other programs and other advice, but once I learned about Matthew and I heard of him on the podcast, I basically stopped doing everything else but what he said. And that's when I really started to see growth. So I can't recommend him enough.